Local election headquarters continues right now at 4, getting reaction after a nail-biter of a primary night. What a difference 24 hours can make.
That is for sure. At this time last night, we had no idea who would be on the ballot in November, but now the field is set. Here's some of the key races. Incumbent Dan McKee will be facing Republican Ashley Kalus for the governor's seat. They will be on the ballot along with independent candidates Zachary Hurwitz and Paul Rihanna Jr.
And Democrat Seth Magaziner will be up against Republican Alan Fung in the race to fill Rhode Island's 2nd congressional district seat. Moderate candidate William Gilbert is also on the ballot. 12 News reporter Gina Raimondo spent the day talking to party chairs after what was an eventful night. She is live in Warwick with their message. So, Gina, we are less than 2 months away now from the general election.
Exactly, and we are thinking far ahead. But first off, it was a late night for a lot of these politicians, and the hopeful politicians refreshing the results all night long. Both the Republicans and the Democrats say they're feeling very optimistic. Now it's up to the voters. Now that September 13th has come and gone, the attention is on November 8th, Rhode Island's general election.
We're feeling absolutely wonderful going into the general election.
Yeah, super energized. We have people that are so excited about our candidates.
12 News spoke with the chairs of both the Rhode Island Republican and Democratic Party, each telling us the work continues. As of late last night, it became official. Incumbent Governor Dan McKee will face Republican Ashley Kalus in the gubernatorial race. GOP Chairwoman Sue Cienki says Kalus is the fighter the state needs.
I think people are frustrated, and over 2/3 of the people in the Democratic primary did not vote for Dan McKee. They're tired of the political insiders, so I think that we have a really good shot to effectuate change here.
Governor McKee has delivered for the state of Rhode Island. Economically, we're heading in the right direction.
McKee secured just under 33% of the Democratic votes. He had multiple opponents. Democratic Chairman State Rep Joe McNamara says he's confident in both the governor and the voters' pick for the open congressional seat, Democrat Seth Magaziner. Magaziner will be up against former Cranston Mayor, Republican Alan Fung.
Just a great night for Democrats. We're coming together to support the winners of the primary. We realize many of these primaries were very heated. However, now is the time to come together, and we see our leaders doing that, so I'm pleased.
We have an opportunity to pick up the congressional seat with Alan Fung. He's well liked. He did a really good job in Cranston, so people can see the record that the people are running on.
And it is also worth noting, typically, historically, the turnout for the general election is much larger than what we see during the primaries, something both parties say can work in their favor. Reporting live in Warwick, I'm Gina Raimondo, 12 News.
12 News is your local election headquarters. The primary is come and gone, and now the focus is on the November general election. Governor Dan McKee is one step closer to being reelected to a 4-year term, being elected to a 4-year term for the first time after being declared the winner. He was caught on camera denying a phone call from opponent Helena Foulkes, whom he narrowly defeated. We hear from both sides about this incident. 12 News reporter Gina Raimondo joins us live, breaking down some of the contentious moments. Gina?
Well, before the primaries, we saw a lot of these Democratic candidates put out attack ads out on each other. We saw them on our TVs, and really some of that tension went into primary night too. So the question now is, where do they go from here? You saw it live on 12 News. During his victory speech, incumbent Governor Dan McKee denies a phone call from the Helena Foulkes campaign. Then, in a speech that we also took live shortly after, Foulkes confirms what many thought they heard.
I did just try calling the governor. He would not accept my call, so I'm unhappy about that.
By Wednesday morning, the McKee campaign confirms the governor has spoken to his challengers. It was a crowded race. McKee received about 33% of the Democratic votes. Helena Foulkes ended the night with about 30%, and Secretary of State Nellie Gorbea came in third with 26%. 12 News political analyst Joe Fleming says what happens next will say a lot.
The question is, will the Democrats all come together? A lot of times they do. I've seen other primaries where the candidates were divided up big time like this, and the Democrats came together. Again, it depends on the type of case that Kalus makes. And again, I think you're going to see the type of case McKee makes against Kalus.
Republican Ashley Kalus is now officially moving forward in the gubernatorial race and will face McKee in November. Speaking about primary night in general, the state's Democratic Party chairman had this to say.
It was just a great night for Democrats. We're coming together to support the winners of the primary. We realize many of these primaries were very heated. However, now is the time to come together, and we see our leaders doing that. So I'm pleased.
And it looks like it will still be a crowded race come November. Two independents are also in the race, Zachary Hurwitz and Paul Rihanna Jr., as well as a libertarian, Elijah Gizzarelli. Reporting live, I'm Sheena Losciuto, 12 News.